All right, traders, welcome back. I just wanted to do a Sunday watch list. I got two lists today. I got one that we're looking at bounces basically, pretty close to, we're about there right now. And then I got a watch list too. We're kind of waiting for some things to play out. Might enter those trades a little later, maybe a little closer to Jerome Powell's, press conference or, press release on Wednesday. They're going to, talk about how the Fed is going to, if they're going to keep tapering their bonds and asset purchasing, or if they're going to kind of actually slow down the rate at which they stop doing that. So we'll see. That actually could be some good news or bad news for us, but I think it's usually going to be good news. But anyway, so starting off with NDX here, you can see she was just getting eaten up. This is a 3-day 3-year chart, and I got a here I was going to do a 1-day 1-year candle chart here, and kind of more of an intraday chart here. So as you can see, I mean, it just went right through that 200 moving average. It looked like it wanted to bounce right in there, but as you can see, it just fell right through. But I think still that, I mean, it's kind of interesting to me how on a 3-year 3-day candle chart it's still right up here on the 150 moving average, which I mean I think is a good sign. I don't think it's going to fall through like it did in 2019. I guess that was, or 2020, after the, coronavirus, all that news kind of came out and people got real scared. I really don't think it's going to be something like that, because I think this is just kind of, the market was unsure of itself being up this high, and we've seen, it was traded too much back and forth here that I think people got scared. But now I'm thinking people are going to start getting really interested, especially down here in this area right where it's at, maybe right in between the 150 and 200 moving average. So if not tomorrow, because I'm filming this Sunday night, but if not Monday morning, Tuesday, or possibly Wednesday morning, is going to start seeing it's bottomed out for the for the week. So anyways, that, and I mean SPX, the S&P 500 index, obviously it's pretty similar, and maybe it looks a little better, but I drew a green line in here because I think it bounced off of this twice, right? As you can see over here and here, I think it might just do that again. I mean, it obviously broke through the 200 moving average, but and honestly, I don't think that has to do with, I don't see much news out there, that could be affecting that besides, the Jerome Powell stuff. But honestly, I think a lot of that is good news. So anyways, I just wanted to let's jump over to the watch list one. I got, starting off, Bank of America, ticker BAC. It saw, a huge uptrend here, right? And then, this is a 3-day candle, but as you can see, midweek, or I think like the start of the week, it wasn't sure what it wanted to do, and then the last 3 days, it just I mean, even that was that Wednesday, it seemed to trade. You can see here it had a huge green candle in the morning, and then it came right back. But I think that's a really good sign going forward. I mean, it kind of bounced off of that 50 moving average right here, but I think we're due for some good buying power, buying pressure in Bank of America going forward. And then I want to contrast that with FCX, Freeport McMoran. It's a gold and silver holding company, and I shorted that last week, made some profits. But I think, so basically what we're looking at here is this. I had this candle, or this trend line, drawn out to over here, right? But I don't know why it's not there now. So it was resistance here, and then it became support, right, all the way through here, and then kind of went back to resistance a little bit, and then obviously support. And so it kind of, I mean, I would consider this kind of a bounce in here, or bounced off of the 50 moving average instead. But now we're back at the support, and you can see we already saw a little bit of a green candle at the end of the day on Friday. So I think that could be a pretty good sign going forward. I just kind of want to contrast Bank of America and then Freeport McMoran, a gold and silver holding company. I think that's kind of a good contrast. But and then also Comcast, CMCSA. This one's been following this trend, right, going down. But I think you look here, or even more so here, it didn't necessarily break through it. Well, I mean, I would say it did here, right? But we've been kind of doing, trading this triangle, this ascending triangle. It's getting bigger, and I think right here we're down at the bottom of the triangle. Tomorrow is going to be Monday. I think that's going to be a good sign for continuing this pattern, because ascending triangles are often either continuations or reversals. But I think in this case, it's going to be a continuation of the trend we saw right before the triangle, started, because it's breaking through this downtrend. I think the ascending triangle at this breakthrough point is a good sign, basically. And then Boeing. So Boeing has also been kind of following a chart, it was seeing growth here, and then it kind of was struggling around the moving averages. But I think it's breaking through, and it's just been struggling here long enough that honestly, I think this could be a good sign. And over here on the 1 year 1 day chart, I have a little support line drawn in here. It was support, and it kind of became resistance, and now we're right back at it. And I think that could be a good sign going forward too. I mean, it's looking like it might actually battle below it just a little bit, but still, like this line is, whenever I draw these lines, they're zones, right? You have to decide for yourself if that it's in a good area, that zone for you or not. But I think honestly, it's probably going to go below this. I just wanted to make sure we see the marks where it was established beforehand. But as you can see here, it was a little above. I think even these two candles were a little above too. But so we might go a little below here, but I think we're gonna bounce off of that. So that's a good sign going forward as well. Moving on to our watch list 2. Start off with Apple. Apple's been obviously doing great on a 3 year 3 day candle, but on the 1 day candle, it's coming right back into this zone. I think since we saw these gaps, we're gonna we're basically kind of filling those gaps. But I think this green line is going to be, depending on what the open is tomorrow, right? But I think the open, if it battles down a little bit tomorrow, I think that would be a great sign. If it goes up, I'm probably gonna get scared out. But if it comes down to this green line around there, either Monday or Tuesday, I'll be happy. I might even let this chart play out for Monday, and we'll reassess it for Tuesday morning. And then Tesla. So Tesla, I was talking last week. I really liked what was going on. Right in here. And then we saw all these candles, all these wicks coming up, and it was still battling. So I think this green line here is going to be a good one. Maybe even a little lower, right in here. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put it there. Yeah, it should be right here. It's a zone, right? So a little above, a little below. Maybe that's why I cheated it up a little bit, is because this is a Friday. So I think Fridays typically, kind of like it ends that week trend, right? Next week's a new week, so it's kind of going to possibly start its new trend. And if it didn't reach this line on Friday, I think Monday it might not either, but it'll get pretty close. But anyways, I think low 900s, right? It's already at 936. I think it's going to battle its way down, 920 and below is where I would start looking at it. And then we got CCL, Carnival. I think Carnival, I don't know. It's obviously, it's pretty volatile here, but it's bounced off of this line a couple times for support. This is on my watch list too, because I think, again, like I've been saying, I think it's going to kind of play out a little bit. We'll see what it does tomorrow, but I think Monday, Tuesday, if it reaches this line, I would definitely be getting really interested in it. And because here too, it was struggling with the 150 and the 200 moving average, and it was still following this trend, but I think the 50 and the 200 moving average kind of scared some people out, and it bounced down. So I think it's going to kind of actually start using this line here as support again. I think it's going to, I drew this secondary line here because it bounced, here and here with the, a couple weeks ago or whatever. But I think if it comes down to this line, I think it's bound to break through this top trend line and actually maybe possibly start trading that as a support line instead of resistance. And then last one, we got Citibank. So Citi is always, it's been a little different than the other banks, right? I noticed a lot of the banks follow the same charts. So in 2020, it got beat down pretty good, but it's struggled to just maintain its growth, right? But I think right now it bounced off of the that's just a trend I drew, but it bounced also off the 50 and the 200 moving average, right? And the only reason I put this one on my secondary list is it kind of broke through that line a little far for me. But then again, it is a Friday, so Citibank honestly could have been on watch list one. I don't like to have too many banks, or I'm trying to diversify each of my lists. I don't want to put just 17 banks, and and then on my watch list too I got 20 airline companies or whatever. But so anyways, that's our watch list for the week going through, but I'm gonna update that as I go in, and we'll catch you later.